Hello everyone, this is Max. You're watching EquityMatch online live pitching. Today, as always, we have four great founders coming from Europe and US, and one great investor guest coming today from Mumbai, India. So before moving to our founders, anyone wants to come to pitch, although we paused for 2 months and we'll be back in September, we're taking some time to launch our second version of the platform. And anyway, you can start applying for now. Pitch at equitymatch.co. We're more than pleased to welcome you. If you want to raise any questions to founder, just do, and they will be more than happy to follow up. Now, before starting, as now we are streaming on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook and X, and I'm going to introduce our investor guest, Siriam Ganesh. Siriam, thank you so much for coming. Would you like to give a short intro to yourself before we start?
Thanks, Max. Happy to be here and looking forward to the pitch from the four founders that we have. Just a brief about myself. I am partner at Tompkins Ventures. I also play the role of being an angel investor in various firms. And also, just to give a background about Tompkins Ventures, we are a boutique investment bank based in the US, and typical fundraise we do is from pre-series A round, which goes up to Series B. Apart from this, I am also part of an Italian company based in Naples, Italy. It's called Shabosh. So here today, even though I have the hat of an investor, I also know the pain of founders being from the startup world. So that's a brief about myself. Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Siriam. So let's not waste time. I'm going to move our first founder, Sanya Zilik, founder and CEO of Soleil, headquarters in Germany, technology, seed round of 250K in euros. How's it going, Sanya?
Hey, it's going great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. Please, if you want to give a short intro and go straight to pitch, Simar will
Sure.
follow.
I guess I hit slides. Now my slides. And are we live? There we go. Perfect. All right. Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Tanya, and I'm the founder and CEO of Soleil in Seoul. And I have flat feet, but I'm not the only one. In Western societies, around 60% of the population already have foot problems, but only 20% seek treatment. To understand the reason for this, let me introduce you to Martin. Martin is one of our very first customers. And he said, because of my hectic schedule, I just don't have time to go to the doctor, then to the podiatrist, then go to the orthopedic shoemaker to get the insoles done, and then go there again to pick them up. So he was more than happy to pay a little premium for the convenience that we offer. So what we did is we developed a revolutionary app that uses Apple's Face ID sensor. So all the iPhones, since the iPhone 10, so over the last 6 or 7 years, have this Face ID sensor, which is a high-resolution 3D scanner based on infrared light. And we use it so that customers around the world can scan their own feet in full 3D and millimeter accuracy. We generate a 3D digital representation of the foot, send it to our podiatrist, who makes a perfectly fitting custom-made insole. We 3D print it and ship it to customers around the world. So that's our B2C model, which is quite easily understood. You can buy the insoles on our website. We produce it and ship it. They cost between 90 and 250 euros. But the technology behind it also allows for a B2B business model. Currently, we have 3 customers there who all got a white label app solution, like a copy of our app developed. And now they can use it to obtain customers themselves, and they pay us 6 euros for each time they get the customer through our technology. We have only been on the market for 6 months now, but already received outstanding feedback. Our biggest hack, however, is possibly that we have had TV commercials running on one of the biggest German TV channels, Pro7, and that basically for free. But feel free to ask me about that in the Q&A. So now our goal is to sell 4,500 pairs of insoles within the next 18 months. The market allows easily for that, so we just need to have the budget for all the marketing. Our team is composed of experienced founders like myself, Jacob, my CTO, and the brainchild behind the scanning technology, Achim, our orthopedic shoemaker, and then Andreas, our orthopedic doctor. Now, today we are here because we are seeking an investment of 250,000 euros in order to reach our mentioned goal of 4,500 sales, aka 700,000 euros in turnover within the next 18 months. We already received 100K out of that amount, so we are just asking for 150K today here. Almost all of that money is going to go into marketing and sales because that brings us closer to our goal. Now, this QR code here leads to our app. It's completely free to use, so feel free to check your foot health. Send the scans over to me, or the app will do that itself. And yeah, thank you for listening. And now I'm more than curious to hear all your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanya. Sriman, I leave everything to you.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Really, it's a real problem that you're trying to solve, especially with people traveling a lot and people who actually don't look after themselves. Right?
Right.
It's a very good product to have, especially the soles that you have come up with. I just had a few questions in terms of you mentioned that you had 60% of people who have foot problems, but only 20% seek treatment. How do you plan to reach the untapped 40% who are not currently seeking this treatment?
Well, we have different ways how we reach out to customers. Well, I mentioned one of them, which is TV commercials. Then we also do social ads. We do SEO. We do go to conventions and so on. So like the normal bunch of different outreaches that you can do as a startup.
Okay.
But
I also looking from a HCP angle standpoint, especially orthopedics. Are you looking at that channel as well with the HCP, which is healthcare professionals, as a channel for you?
Not really, because they are the biggest price point, right? If you want to have a big margin, these are probably the most costly ones, and that's why, for example, one of our customers is a Brazilian company. They make orthopedic shoes, and they specifically want to have our technology because now they can go directly to consumers instead of having to go the road through experienced professionals because they are so costly.
Okay.
Yes.
Now coming
so
to the
we avoid that in order to offer cheaper products.
Sure. So what makes your technology based on the AI recognition tool that you mentioned, how is it superior to other solutions that you have in the market?
Yeah. Well, so first of all, ours is the only scanning technology that you can do yourself at home, and that offers 3D data sets that are millimeter accurate. So we are the only ones who can do that currently, and that's the main differentiating factor. And that is due to 2 different AI systems that we implemented to make it super easy for the end consumer to do it, which is super important, but then also to have a super accurate scan that's fully automatically generated.
And how do you ensure the accuracy and reliability of these scans and the custom insoles produced from these scans?
That is why we only use the Face ID sensor, which is available in iPhone. So it's on the one hand, it's a bottleneck because it only works with iPhone. But on the upside, the Face ID sensor that you see right here, it's extremely accurate. And it offers a very high resolution 3D scan. So it's not 2D calculated into 3D, it's real 3D scans.
Okay. And you mentioned about different revenue streams, including custom apps and cost per scan. Can you please provide a breakdown of the expected revenue contribution from these streams?
So for the direct to consumer,
Yeah.
we have, sorry, did you ask for the margin?
Yes.
Or revenue expectations?
Yeah. Expected
Both?
revenue contribution.
Okay, so let's go to the direct to consumer model. The market is extremely huge, so it's basically a question of how much can we push into marketing. So I can't really give you a number of how much we could sell. That's more a question of how much we can produce and what the margin is. And the margin is between 50% and 70%, depending on what kind of price range you want to go for. And then for the business to business model, there are many different use cases we can we can feed with this kind of technology. And currently, as I said, it's 3 different companies who do food-related products. And here with the €6 per data set, the margin is at around, I would say, 95% because it's just passive income. We don't have to do anything for it except for the marketing, of course.
Okay. You see that in your deck you had mentioned about a significant increase in revenue by 26. What are the key drivers behind these projections?
Well, as I said, basically it is how much can we invest into marketing, and then especially for the German market, there might be a big shift in the regulations of the market. So currently, our insoles can't be paid for by the insurance companies, the German ones, because of some regulations. But that might change, and if that changes, our total addressable market, at least in Germany, will around triple.
Lastly, I just wanted to ask you, who are the main competitors in your segment right now in the customs insole segment?
So in the custom insole direct-to-consumer segment, there are competitors on different levels. It starts at, let's say, super inexpensive $10 insoles from Dr. Scholz, for example, going up all the way to $800 insoles from custom shoemakers around the world. And there are thousands of custom insole makers around the world.
Sure. Thanks. I think thanks for answering these questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanya. Thank you, Shiram.
You're welcome.
Sanya, please stay with us. We'll bring you back
Will
soon.
do.
Meanwhile, Amuto's second founder, Omar Khan, co-founder of Grid Motorcycle, Munich, Germany is the headquarters, and motor vehicle manufacturing is the sector. It's a C round of 3 million in euros. How's it going, Omar?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for having me back. Nice to
Thank
see
you
you all
for
again. Shiram, nice to meet you.
Please.
So we at Grid Motorcycles, we build high performance and design electric motorcycles that are made for the street as well as the off-road experience. They're super light, powerful, and smart at the same time. So if we look at the challenges of mobility today, especially in the inner cities, we're seeing that more cities are starting to ban cars for entering the center. They're making it much more difficult. Electric cars don't really solve the problem of congestion because they're large. There still is a lack of infrastructure for charging, and the micromobility vehicles are just, if you've seen them all, they cause a lot of waste. They're lying around. They might be practical, but they can also be a nuisance and dangerous. And at the same time, recreational riding is being restricted because of different laws coming in. Riding in the forest and on tracks is becoming more difficult because of the noise and the smell. So electric motorcycles are a natural, let's say, fit for the next generation, especially in the cities. We've built a silent, super light vehicle with zero emissions. We are independent of the charging infrastructure because our removable battery is chargeable in any socket. As I said, we have urban and off-road models, and they're very easy to ride for everyone. Electric motorcycles don't have any gears. You just hop on and ride. So for at 60 kilograms, it's not a daunting task to begin riding a motorcycle. The classic ones will weigh up to 120, 130 kilos. We only use motorcycle components, so it's highly durable, and we give the recreational riding a second life. So as you see, the market is expected to grow massively over the next 10 years, and only 5% of the current market in Europe is electric, which is the red. So there's a huge potential there to catch up. There's a strong regulatory support from the European Commission as well as municipalities. As I've mentioned, there are many restrictions coming in, and a lot of cities have committed to being carbon neutral by 2050, and there's a combustion engine ban by 2035. These are two beautiful models. On the left, you see the street model and the Pro, which is the off-road model. You might have noticed that they're built on the same platform, and this is one of our USPs, is the one platform design approach. Just by tweaking certain components, we get a completely different bike, completely different style, which can serve different classes of consumer. So 60 kilograms, 60, 65 kilograms, 100 kilometer per hour top speed with a maximum range of 70 kilometers in the city and a crazy 15 kilowatt peak power. So that is the best in class power to weight ratio that we have currently on the market. And 160 kilogram maximum payload means you can ride it with two people or accessories. So it's really, really a great bike to have. As I mentioned, these are the advantages: best in class, power to weight and payload. It's a two-seater, and it's easy to transport on an e-bike rack with a removable battery. So very easy for it. Just fits everyday life very easily. We plan to build a digital ecosystem, which will have a partner app, and that ties into the off-road experience where we plan to gamify the rides, having leaderboards and things like that. Compared to the competition, we tick all boxes, and price-wise, we fall. I wouldn't say we're at the highest point, but we're also not the cheapest. But quality-wise, one of the best. We are endorsed by Jan Brabets, who is a 7-time Dakar competitor, and he absolutely loves our bike and he trusts it. Again, our competitive advantage is we're ready for industrial production now. The one platform design approach and the low cost business model. We are profitable from less than 1,000 units. We have 5 different types of income streams that we plan to have: the sales, then the parts and accessories, insurance, merchandise, and digital products tied to the app. The low cost model allows us to have lower working capital, low inventory, and we also plan to benefit from subsidies and incentives. And so far, we have interest from dealers, consumers, and also B2B fleet sales. So we are well on our way. We have a very high experienced team, and we're looking for 3 million to make this all happen. I have a lot to say, so I'm sorry if it was a bit too long. Please fire away.
Actually, it was perfect in time. They are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Siram, all to you.
Yeah, Omar, thanks for the presentation. I'm actually very much keen to ride on this bike as well. Looking at the fancy way in which you have built this. Now, coming back to the strategies, how will you differentiate your bike or motorcycle against the competitors? What specific strategies are you going to employ?
Right. So right from the start, in this, we have to realize that this is a completely new class of motorcycle. So this hasn't happened in the last 100 years. So we are talking very lightweight. Our competitors in this weight class are mainly Chinese, and they come in at about half the price. But from the feedback from customers who ride these bikes, they like them, but then they spend another 4, 5, 6,000 euros upgrading because these bikes are half mountain bike. If I say, they use different mountain bike components, whereas we use only motorcycle components from the start. So we differentiate ourselves in terms of quality, longevity, easy upgrades, and servicing. We have a low voltage system, so for 48 volts, anybody can service this without any special qualification. You can do it yourself, but any e-bike shop can do it. And yeah, I mean, the construction of the frame itself and the geometry is something that is appreciated by world-class riders. Our ambassador is a top 20 world rider. He's a 10-time Czech motocross champion. We've made tweaks to and improvements according to his advice. And if you look at our videos on YouTube, you will see what he's saying is that our bike can handle like a 450cc motocross bike. So how do we differentiate? The way we differentiate ourselves is by offering a high quality product that you don't need to deal with, servicing and it breaking down and things like that. This is like a top of the pops.
Okay. Now coming back to the market opportunity that you discussed, right? That the current motorcycle market in Europe is less than 5% of the standard motorcycle market. How do you expect to capture, or what are your plans to capture the market share?
Well, two ways. One we are going in the so we are not targeting existing motorcycle riders or owners per se. They are too ingrained in the old ICE motors. It has to smell, it has to make noise. We see potential in existing e-bike riders, car drivers who will not be able to go into the city, so they will switch to something else. And not everybody will want to buy a scooter or ride one of those electric shared things. So the way we are planning to talk to these people is first by doing events. So we various festivals and trade shows where people will be able to test the bike, ride the bikes, and obviously a lot of social media and advertising, also via distributors. So we will build a distributor network, and we already have interest following our presence at EICMA, which is the world's largest trade fair. So I mean, it's a process that will take some time, but I think in this segment, it's all about emotions and the quality. And at 60 kilos, we don't have a competitor that can basically provide our performance and quality of motorcycle. So we believe that people will then talk about it.
Yeah, actually, we didn't get time to go through the entire deck, but I did see that you have 5 main revenue sources, right? Uh, of creating a business for creating a business.
Correct.
Which one do you expect would be the most significant in the next first 3 years?
It will be the B2C. We believe customer adoption, and obviously we also see adoption in B2B. So fleet sales, rentals. We're talking authorities, like I mentioned, park rangers, anything to do, for example, corporates that have infrastructure far away. Because of the amount of weight these bikes can carry and they're easy to ride, you can just take a van, ride it to a remote location, then take the bike and go fix whatever you need to do. But B2C is our main the urban, mainly the urban segment. On the off road, we have influencers like our rider and others that we have.
You mentioned about high dependence on local suppliers, right? Based on the high quality spare parts and high quality parts which are part of the main production, right?
Correct.
Given the high dependence on these high grade components, what are the risks associated with this, considering that it's highly dependent on local suppliers?
Well, again, you have to take into consideration that an electric motorcycle has maybe 150, 170 components by themselves. Most of the tools will be created by us, leaving the battery, the brakes, wheels, handlebars, and so on. So there are certain things that we can always change. The battery, for example, with changing technology, we can adapt to that. But we don't see a major risk in terms of finding suspension, wheels, and standard components that we share with the general motorcycle industry. So it's not so specialized that we would have to wait a long time. Batteries are the one where sometimes we have longer lead times, but that's also because we don't have economies of scale right now.
Okay. Just on the financial projections and the fund use for the $3 million that euros that you asked for,
Hmm.
could you please share a timeline or and as to when you will break even and in terms of number of units?
Okay. Well, again, as I mentioned, the way our business model is is built, we have a production partner that helps us with the R&D, assembly, logistics, quality control, and that only costs us about 600 euros. so per bike. So by that, we fill all the capacities. We are able to build bikes as the orders come in. So we don't have any excess capacity. We're not producing for inventory. So we break even from less than 1,000 units sold. So our goal is to sell between 1 and 2,000 units in the first year, meaning that we would be profitable from almost from the start.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Siram. Let's move to founder number 3, Mikko Sivanen, founder and CEO of Converse, headquarters Helsinki, Finland, collectible marketplace, seed around 200K in euros. How's it going, Mikko?
It's going really good. Thank you for
Thank
the introductions.
Thank you for coming. Please give a short intro to yourself and you can go straight to pitch. Siram will follow up.
Yes, hey, it's great to be here. Hello, everyone. And I'm happy to share the story about fascinating global hobby and an industry that just awaits to be digitized. And this is what Coiniverse will do with our vision of delighting everyone with coins. We are a global platform and marketplace for coins and collectibles that solves two problems for the industry and the collectors. For the collectors, we clear the fuss. It's really hard to find the access to the coin information, the stories, and the fascinating data behind them, find the fellow collectors, and then finally find a trustworthy marketplace where you can actually buy and sell your own collectibles and coins all in one place. Then for the industry, the mints, the coin retailers, and the central banks, we create new market and expand the existing one by bringing younger collectors to the market and introducing the hobby for new audiences as well. We also provide new technology for the industry, whether it's AI or then proof of ownership for the coins in form of NFTs. The market size for this niche market is actually quite large. There are over 200 million collectors in the Europe and US alone, and over 300 million globally. The market for new collectible coins is around $2 billion, and for the secondary market, that is much bigger, it totals up to over $12 billion, and it's actually growing at over 10% rate until early 2030s. And we do have some competition around. There are some applications available, but none of them are as versatile as Coiniverse is, and they don't have the official players in the background backing them up. We are a global player. We have users from all over the world. Our top 4 user countries are France, Spain, Italy, and now in growing numbers also US. We have 11 member mints on board and then are actually now onboarding the 12th one, introducing also Asia on our map. And we have over 150,000 registered users, of which around 15% are monthly active ones. Our core and heart is our coin database, where we carry over 110,000 coins from all over the world, from the ancient ones to the more modern coins. Our business model is threefold. We do joining fees, monthly fees, advertising, customer research, and also technology licensing for the member mints and the other players from the industry. The second one is the subscription service for the collectors, where we provide extra information and everything that makes the collecting a little bit more fun and better. And the third one is the marketplace. At the moment, it operates with new coins, but we're also going to introduce the secondary marketplace for the users to trade coins between each other. And that there's the model is the sales commissions from the sales. We're aiming at 500,000 registered users by the end of the year, with around 50,000 average monthly revenue from the around 10,000 monthly as we carry at the moment. Apart from myself, We have 4 founding members in the team: Juha, Mari, Emilia, and Roman, bringing expertise from digital marketing, e-commerce, design, extensive relationship into the mint industry, and then exceptional technology knowledge as Roman has. Our advisory team comes from both the mint industry side, where we have mints and the coin dealers presented, and also from the startup side, where Kusta is our financial advisor, and Peter Westerbacka bringing us brand and community advice to build this great community of collectors. We are now filling our first round and asking for 200,000 euros to complete the round of 500,000 with pre-money valuation of 3.6, including 10% stock option pool. We're going to use this money for US market expansion and enhancing some of the marketplace functionalities that we have already in place. Thank you so much for attention, and now I guess it's time for some Q&A.
Thank you, Mikko. Q&A comes to Shiram.
Thanks for the presentation. It was nice to see a different industry now, from switching from automobile to coin inverse collection of coins. Just wanted to understand the market size and the growth potential. What trends do you see are driving these?
Well, basically, what is at the moment driving the growth of coin collecting is actually the economic environment with inflation. So people are turning their investments into gold, and also gold coins, and all this kind of precious metals. So this is actually growing the collectibles market in this sense as well. And kind of it's the coins are kind of the most neglected collectibles area at the moment. There are platforms for almost everything else, whether it's wines or watches or comics or anything that people collect. There is usually something around, but coins so far have not had a platform like this available. So we're fixing this problem at the moment.
You mentioned about increasing your registered users from 100K to 500K, right?
Yes.
How do you expect the next 3 to 5 years growth to be in terms of registered users on your platform?
We are going towards 10 million registered users in the coming couple of years, and it's mainly happening through the new members joining our platform, and then as we get kind of also social recommendation and this type of organic growth in place. It's already happening, but it's growing at the moment quite heavily.
I do see that eBay was doing this earlier. Was it still doing it, or how do you expect to compete with these big players?
Coins are also available in eBay, but there are definitely some issues with the kind of coin data and also with the kind of security of the kind of platform and the connections between the users. So we are creating a safe community where it's safe and trusted place to do the actual transactions. And part of this, we're also introducing the digital proof of ownership for the new coins and also for the secondary market coins. So you actually can acquire an NFT proving that you are the legal owner of the coin by picturing the coin and then generating an NFT for that, and that can be checked through our platform later on.
You mentioned about 3 revenue streams for your plan from 24 to 27. Can you talk about the primary revenue streams for you right now?
At the moment, the primary one is basically the B2B service fees, advertising, and monthly fees for the partners partnering up with us, and also some licensing deals that we have done with the players. But the sales commissions from the sales is going to be the second largest one, and then the subscription service is the third revenue stream that we are aiming towards.
What's the current MRR that you are enjoying right now, the monthly run rate right now?
We are on average around 10,000 euros.
10,000 euros. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And this expected to go up to 50,000 by end of this year.
By the end of the year, yes.
Okay. And how much do you see the growth potential to be for the next 3-4 years? From 50,000 per month, how much do you expect to grow?
Well, it's going to be so that we're going to break even in 2025, and the revenue there is going to be around 150,000 per month.
Okay. What specific strategies are you employing to retain customers in your platform, or to sound it little differently, how are you getting new customers on board, or switching customers from one platform to the other?
We basically, where we getting the new customers is we do quite extensive social media marketing, mainly Facebook, Instagram, and then also reaching them through our partner network. So that's how we get the word around. And then really how we retain them is delivering exceptional service content and real accurate information of the coins, and easy ways to store your collections digitally and show them also to your peers and share them with your friends.
Are there any new partnerships that you are planning apart from the ones that you already have?
Well, basically at the moment growing with the resellers and in that part of the coin industry, and also going more and more towards also central banks that are also releasing new coins. So those are the main ones, and also working with some auction houses and similar players that are operating a little bit in the same market but with different angle.
The last question is, are you planning to have any technological advancements, or are you going to have any new technologies to enhance your product?
Well, the kind of this proof of ownership with the NFT is one of the technologies we're have been working on. Also AI, whether it's kind of our scanner technology or doing more precise targeting with the audiences is definitely something. And we're also having discussions with some of the member mints about doing more and more also augmented reality and this type of customer experience type of things to really lift up the collecting experience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikko. Thank you, Shiram. Let's move to last but absolutely and of course not the least founder, Marcelo Madeira. Founder and CEO D2 Airport, Delaware, USA, travel tech and hospitality, seed of 750K in USD. How's it going, Marcelo? Welcome back.
I'm going well, better now with you guys. Thanks for inviting me second time, Max, for your patience.
Thanks for coming. Please, if you want to give an intro and go straight to pitch.
Yeah, let's start. I need to put the present, correct? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so I am Marcelo Madeira, founder and CEO at D2 Airport, which idea was created in Stanford. I'm also a former sales executive for technology companies and a serial entrepreneur. So the baggage check-in process is a real problem for the airline passengers. Basically, you lose your travels day, stressed and worried about the bags burden. And I'm not the only one saying that. According to IATA 2022 Global Survey, 32% of the passengers want to execute the baggage check-in before arriving at the airport. Now imagine that you can enjoy your day with your family, going shopping, going in lunch in a fancy restaurant, doing something great before your flight, arriving at the airport at your most convenient time without the bags and going straight to the boarding gate. With D2 Airport Concierge Service, you can do it. You schedule the service using our app. A security van arrives at your location and execute the baggage check-in for you. you are free to go. And you can also track your luggage using our app too. The market in US is huge. That 32% of passengers represent 156 million passengers a year wishing a seamless journey. Our targets are the VIPs, families, and groups. And our secondary market are the cruise lines. The process is much worse to check in your baggage, so we can talk about later. Okay, so here is our timeline. We signed a partnership contract with Azul Airlines. Azul was founded by David Neeleman, the JetBlue's founder. In only 5 months, we executed the whole innovative project with Azul. Approved by the TSA and also by the airport authorities. We launched the bag service Azul. Yes, we are a white label for the airlines. And the operation only 2 months due to the pandemic. Now we are confident it's a great moment to relaunch the service. We are working on it. Despite the short market campaign period, 2 months, we got impressive numbers. I would like to highlight 2 of them. First, the customers saw the value of the service. They invested money, Brazilians paying $116 to get the service. And I was present in all the pickups and collections. And I introduced myself as a founder and CEO, and they loved the service. We got 100% of customer satisfaction. They came to me after the service execution and said, "Thank you very much. You saved our lives, saved our days. Now we don't need to arrive early at the airport. Great idea. Thank you very much." Our business model is very important. It's a B2B2C in a revenue share partnership with airlines. We invest a percentage of our revenue to the airlines. Why? Associate with strong brand, the customer can purchase the service using miles, and also the airlines execute the main market campaigns because they know how to reach their customers. So the passenger pays per bag, and we executed the whole service integrating the systems also. Our go-to-market strategy is robust and simple. Grow by airline and by airport. If we have operation in Orlando, we can expand to other airlines flying from and to Orlando. We have a partnership with Azul, we can expand to Azul other hubs, like Fort Lauderdale, for instance. Of course, there are benefits for the airports. For instance, the reduced passenger overcrowd. Each airport is very overcrowded nowadays. And also enhance the customer experience, very important. We get a great team. I'm proud of that. That's why we executed the whole project in only 5 months. Azul used to call us the dream team. They call us, I'm not calling. And we have 2 investors, João and Santi, and 2 guys from the industry, great guys, Carlos and Felipe. We are ready to overcome all the achievements, all the challenges, and to have all the achievements. In summary, we are solving a real problem in a multi-billion-dollar market with a competent team. And let me tell you something, Azul tried to execute the project with 3 companies before the airport without success, including Bags is our main competitor in US. So we're approved by the TSA, approved by the airport authorities, the customer loved the service, and they invested money on that. Let's travel together.
Thank you, Marcelo. Sriram.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for this presentation. It really is a good solution to avoid traffic jam at the check-in counters and make life easier for passengers. Now, just wanted to understand more on the revenue stream front. You mentioned about the revenue sharing model with the airlines. Can you elaborate more on the percentage sharing that you have right now versus the airlines?
Okay, so we are relaunching the service. We are not operating right now. We generated revenue during the 2-month operation in Orlando, but the idea is the customer pays per baggage. So 22 to 33, from 22 to $33, and of course we define it with the airline, but a very affordable price. And we invest a percentage of our revenue after taxes to the airline. You know, it's important for us to be associated to a strong brand. It's much easier for you to purchase the set from Azul or the Delta that from D2 Airport. I don't know D2 Airport. Well, who is D2 Airport? So Delta, everybody knows. Azul, everybody knows. So this is our strategy.
How have you defined this price range between $10 to $33 per check bag? Have you tested these price points in different markets?
Just in US, but Brazilian Spain. Remember, Brazilian Spain, it's very affordable. In 2020, maybe $1, $3. So imagine multiply 116 per 3. So and if you compare with other services like delivery service that use couriers, they are much more expensive at $50s, $100 per bag. So and if you compare to European market, is almost the same. We are talking about euro, but basically almost the same price.
Okay. Do you have plans to look at Asia as a market because it's highly crowded there? Do you have plans to deploy this to Asian markets?
Not now. The idea is to establish a solid US operation, because US is a huge market, and expand to Americas, Canada probably, and also Europe. Europe is a great market, especially if we talk about cruise. Florida is the top one, and Mediterranean is the top two in terms of cruise lines, and so we can. It's a natural expansion for us.
Okay. You don't have plans to look at Changi Airport in Singapore, where it will have a lot of transit happening, and obviously it will be a lot of chock-a-block situation there. Do you have plans in the next at least 3 years right now?
We can do it if you get a partner, a local partner. I mean, if you get a partnership with Singapore Airlines, yes, we can do it. And it's just a matter to adapt to the regulations from US to Singapore. As you know, US after the 11, September 11, the TSA is very rigorous. So we got the approval of TSA. So I'm not saying it's the same, but probably 90% the same in terms of security.
Right. You have projected a 2.8% market share of the US market in the next 5
Yes.
years. What are the
Yes.
strategies that you're going to use to achieve this?
Okay. We have a financials plan made by a professor of John Hopkins, was my professor in Founder Institute, Miami chapter. And the idea is to have 2% of the SAM in 5 years. It means 1.5 million bags per year. And year 6, 3 million bags per year. Our main competitor is Bags in US. It was acquired in 2018 for $278 million by SP Plus. Is a service company based in US. They have stocks in NICE, and they handle used to handle 5 million bags per year. So there is plenty of room. You know, market is huge, not only US but Europe also. We are talking about tourists. We are about groups, VIPs. So
you talked about the
people. Sorry.
You talked about the. Sorry to cut you short. You talked about the. Is there any specific strategies that you're going to deploy to this market share of 2.8%?
Yes, for sure. Of course, associated with strong airlines, not only one. We are seeking now not the big gorillas in US, but the medium-sized ones, international airlines flying from and to US, like Emirates, like Etihad, like Qatar. And the idea is we will conduct market campaigns, the airlines itself, and also the travel operators. So because this is good at the business model, because we will reach the main travel operator for each airline. And we, of course, we have a fee. We give a fee for them to sell the service. And the other important thing is the miles, the fidelity programs, because it's a win-win for everybody. Instead of you to buy another, I don't know, microwave, you can purchase the service using miles. And for the airline, they earn money at the marketplace. And I think it's a win-win situation. And the market is basically to create the awareness of the service. You know, people know that this exists. And that's why it's so important to partner with airline.
Right. Coming to the scalability and operational plans and expansion plans, right? How scalable is your current operating model, and what challenges do you see in expanding to new airports vis-a-vis the regulations that you have?
Yes, great question. Actually, regarding the regulation, we have a cake's recipe. It's just to replicate it. And of course, TTSA needs some time to approve. But remember that we launched it with Azul, the first project, in 5 months. And we lease the vans. We do not need capex. We lease the vans. We lease the equipment. We contract people to increase or decrease the people. So it's easier to implement a new operation in a new airport, because we have the recipes. So we have the manuals, the procedure, everything.
You mentioned about 100% customer satisfaction with the first deployment itself, right?
Yeah.
How do you expect this to be 100%? Because it's not going to be, it's a very small sample size to evaluate, right? Now, considering that and also your plans in place, right? How do you ensure reliability and security once you scale up?
Okay, so we will implement our omni-channel with AI to take care of the customers, the pre-sales, post-sales support. And we are developing a second version of our digital platform. That's why we need the money, mostly for the digital platform and the marketing and public relations, this kind of stuff. But the scalability is very good, and it's easy to implement, as I mentioned. And the customer, of course, my idea is to contract only the drivers and use the airline agents, because they already been trained. So it's much better if I go to your hotel and you see a guy, with the Delta's uniform, reaching you and your family. So that's my idea. So we were training by Azul at that time, but my idea is to contract them, because all of the airline stuff today is outsourced. I mean, I don't know if I answer your question. Sorry, I don't know if I answered.
So I saw that, recent report, especially from an Asian market context, most of the time passenger spend is on theft. They have lost their baggage, or they're not able to trace their baggage, right? So how are you going to manage these potential issues like lost or damaged baggage, especially damaged baggage?
Okay, this is an important question. First, we include a GPS in each bag, a GPS device, so you can track your baggage going from the location to the airport. And we take pictures of a bag. So if there is any damage, previous damage, you will see, and you agree, sign electronically after the check-in. You can sign for your family, for instance. So of course, liability could occur, but we have policy insurance to cover it, and also the airport insurance, general liability. But our process is super safe. It's much safer than you leave your bags at the car or at the hotel, especially in Orlando. But
coming to the last question, I won't take your time.
No problem.
You projected revenue of $2.9 million, right? What are the key assumptions that you built behind this projection, and what are the key milestones to reach there?
Okay, so we have all included in our financials. So we have a formula to calculate the needs of vans regarding the needs of bags. Our main unit is the bag. So we have everything this in our financials: how many vans, how many drivers, how many agents, the staff, and everything, the equipment. So our breaking even, it will be in the third year. This money will last 2 years. And by the way, I got $100,000 so far. My pockets, I'm bootstrapping because I believe in my dream. So I invested $100,000 now. So we are talking about $650,000 in our seed round. It represents 16 point something% of the company. I'm the owner. Just one founder, so I have plenty of shares to support this round and a second round of 1 million. I keep the control,
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. Don't have to dilute much right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you, Sriram. Marcelo, stay there. We bring right now all the other founders back. And as always, we close. Sanya, in 30 seconds, your best elevator pitch. Why to Sriram and all the investors watching today invest in you? You're muted. We can't hear you. No. I'll move it to Miko, meanwhile, actually, to Omar. Meanwhile, Sanya will fix it. Omar, why?
Well, if you want to be part of the future trend in transportation and looking for a high quality and absolutely amazingly beautiful bike, which is also powerful and best in class power and weight, then head over to greatmotors.com and get in touch with us.
Thank you, Omar. Sanya, are you ready now? No. Still not. Miko.
Coin collecting is a passion hobby and it's a big niche. We already have the customers, we already do have the mints and the industry players on board. So now it's a perfect time to join and digitize this industry and hobby.
Thank you, Miko. I leave Sanya as the last one. Marcelo.
Okay. We are solving a real problem, 32% wanted, in a multi-billion-dollar market with a competent team, and we achieved success over our competitors. The customers saw the value, they invested money to get the service, and they love it. So, and we are not talking about the cruise yet, just the market of the airlines.
Thank you, Marcelo. Sanya.
So I hope it does work now.
It does.
It does. Perfect. Okay, great. I'm sorry. This was quite a ride going back home. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm completely soaked. I just biked to our production facility, and it was pouring rain. Well, anyways, about my final pitch. So we have a very unique technology that enables us to reach customers around the world and solve a problem that is just growing, which is heat problem. And we are already selling, so we have proven everything. All we need now is 150K to push into sales, and then we can help hundreds of thousands of people with foot problems. So I'm really looking forward to all of you getting in contact with me and discussing potential terms.
Thank you, Sanya. Before we go, Shina, I don't know if you want to give any more advice, recommendation to a founder.
Yeah. So thanks for all the solutions that you have provided to help people maneuver and provide solutions to pain of customers, and also provide fancy products like what GT14 has built. So this one case is in some of the slides I didn't see the competitive landscape, which is specifically mentioned in few of the cases. That's one thing that I saw a bit of lacking in terms of the pitch. And third is more from a investor pitch perspective, right? There are different ways in which you pitch to angel investors vis-a-vis a VC, right? So in terms of coming to seed round or to coming to a pre-seed stage, it's essential that how are you going to provide investors in terms of the returns or the exit plans, right? I didn't see that as part of the deck. I think that's it from my end, Max.
Thank you so much, Shina. As I said at the beginning, we paused for a couple of months. We are back end of August, beginning of September, as we are focused to launch the second version of EquityMatch.com. And anyone who wants to start applying, you can do it even now. But anyway, August probably is going to be the better month. Thank you again to everyone. Thank you so much, Shiran, for coming with us. I hope again I can see you back again in September. Marcelo, Omar, Miko, and Sonia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you
Bye.
so much,
much,
everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.